Hey, what's up guys? I hope you are doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Hey, I wanted to bring you guys a few things that have helped me in this game that have helped me be a better player. So I'm going to go over those. This is live, so I apologize if sometimes I get a little bit stuck in what I'm trying to do. But anyway, the first is really maximizing the sliding movement. It can be so beneficial with dexterity. Now, for example, you want to check this corner here, but there might be some enemies over there. It's check here, and you're already pointing and shooting. You're centered with a potential target that's right there. Checking a corner, shooting there. And sliding really helps with getting centered on targets. And one other thing with sliding, and that's really creating a lot of distance between you and your enemy and making yourself not as predictable. It's really a slide, then it's a jump, and you're shooting from over here, where they're going to predict you're going to be around this area. So it's really your slide, jump, and you're way over here shooting, and that is really helpful. Now another thing, this game is a lot about centering with your targets. How can you get centered faster than they do, where you can avoid a lot of wasted space in a gunfight? And I'll give you kind of an example here. You're getting trolled, but when you're coming up to an enemy, one thing to do to get centered is slide, shoot, and you're snapping onto the targets, and you're using really slide as a way to get centered. You know, jump shooting is very important in some cases, but for example here, you can jump shoot, but then you know you're vulnerable, your body's here. However, if you approach this head glitch with a slide, you're already right there on target, and you're snapping onto targets faster than they most likely will. So, you know, these are all things that I wasn't doing in the beginning of the game just because I have been rusty on Call of Duty up until this point. And just some new things that I learned. And so that is really helpful, and that's getting centered with your target. So when we're talking about jump shooting, it can be very helpful. And jump shooting while in a gunfight can help you get actually centered with your target, and I'll show you that. Especially more when you're dealing with more than one enemy. So you're jumping to get centered onto your target. Then you're snapping. And so when you use slide with jump, it can really help you out. And, you know, a lot of the older Call of Duties, you know, having stock, the ability to move side to side, was very powerful to where you didn't really need to do some of those things. But in this Call of Duty, it's a little bit more important to stay accurate and not waste any of that dead space with doing anything extra that you need to. See, before you could almost aim by strafing side to side, and that still is applicable in some, I guess, gunfights, but in this game with a longer time to kill, I find that it's a little bit more important to basically get centered, snap and shoot. Snap and shoot.
Wasted that medic.
So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. I know this isn't rocket science by any stretch, but practicing these things have really helped me become more accurate. And of course, you know, using a Zim, you know, you want to make sure that you have the right sensitivity. I mean, I can't express that enough. You know, you want to have it. I think if it's too fast, it's going to be slightly detrimental. Too slow, obviously, you're not going to be able to turn into like a 180. But having that nice really that nice medium where you don't have any wasted space when you're moving around.
He's gone.
You're utilizing all the space you need, nothing more, nothing less. And I'm finding that in this game, a slightly lower sensitivity, I'm more accurate because this game relies heavily on accuracy with a longer time to kill. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If there's any other things you guys would like to learn or get my feelings on what I would do, feel free to let me know. Alright, guys. Cheers.